painting on little wood pieces with a Q-tip and some mixed media. I'm using these colors, which are acrylic, and I have little balsa wood shapes that resemble petals of a flower. I am working in trios of my Q-tip, dipping each one into a color and then dipping them as a group onto the balsa wood little petals. I decided to group the large petals and the smaller petals into two separate sets of colors. These white dots are a perfect contrast to the base color. My objective in making this flower is to have contrast and at the same time complementary colors so that it's very pretty together when I assemble it. Often in the center of a flower, I see a color that's bright, and I decided I wanted to start off with a little bit of the yellow and oranges. I tip it off into the center to give that nice little vein that flowers often have on the petals, and also give a little highlight to the edges. And spreading a little bit of that color throughout is pretty against the regular petals that I started off with. I often take one Q-tip to secure the petal. It's easier. With the other Q-tip, I paint, and now I'm dabbing a maroon to give a nice contrast to the yellow oranges. Just as in nature, nothing is exactly perfectly lined up, so I want a little variation with how thick or thin that little tip is. Maroons leading up to the orange yellows and either the purple base or the blue base are super pretty. I really like the way that the white also is a good contrast to both of them. I'm pretty satisfied with these pretty little petals, so I let them dry overnight. The layers of acrylic paints together really are pretty. I take my blackboard and I'm just playing around with what shapes I like to see. I have a visual plan for my flowers, so I take my hot gun and put plenty of that glue down to secure these petals. I start with the larger petals, and of course you could take a little pencil and mark where you want it. For me, I was okay doing it just as I did. I decided that I wanted a little something extra, so I pulled out my gold alcohol ink and I gave it a few layers against that black surface. Even the metallic inks need a little extra at times. It's fun to have a three-dimensional art piece, work on wood, use paint and alcohol inks. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Wishing you happy creations.